I've had a question from Angie, and she says, if the banks were to crash a la 2008, hypothetically, where's the safest place to keep your money? Are my bonds safe? She says. So now, Angie, I'm guessing by bonds, you mean savings bonds, because you're talking about banking. So in other words, fixed rate savings accounts, are they safe? Well, it's kind of yes and no. The situation, as you say, in 2008 was we had a major world financial crash, a real problem. And the banks were largely, apart from one or two, they were largely supported by government. And in our country, we then had the Financial Services Compensation Scheme go up to 85,000. So the first 85,000 pounds of your money in a current account or savings account, savings bond, whatever, in a single banking institution is covered by this Financial Services Compensation Scheme. And that's fine. That's great. So that means, you know, your savings bonds in that situation would, in theory, be covered by that. So, hey, great. However, my feeling personally is that that's only going to work if one banking institution collapses. If we have something like 2008, where in all honesty, it was all of them, you know, practically all of them that were about to topple, there wouldn't be the money actually to cover 85,000. You know, there's too much money in the system for it to be guaranteed. So what might happen is either I'm just thinking about our government, but you can, you know, say it about any governments, frankly. Either our government will print a load more money, which would devalue the money even more in order to go, here, well, here's your 85,000. But by that point, it won't be worth anything like 85,000, probably won't even be worth 40,000, you know. So that wouldn't be ideal. Or we could have what they call a bail-in, not just a bailout. Bailout is when the government comes in and gives the banks money and says, oh, you know, here we are, we'll shore you up. That's what happened back in 2008, 2009. A bail-in is where the government comes to us, the savers, the banking people, and go, oh, you know, the money you've got, yeah, we've just taken 10% or 15% or 20% to keep ourselves going. This happened in Cyprus a few years ago, you'll remember, where people just suddenly found they had 10% less money than they did yesterday. Not great, not keen on that. And I do think, frankly, that it's not a great idea to have a lot of money in any banking institution at the moment, whether it's savings or just your bank account. Certainly no more than 10 grand. Personally, I would have a maximum of 10 grand, not just 80, 85, 10 grand. That I think is a safer amount. And as to the first part of your question, if we did have something like this, really you would need to have money in, I think, gold, silver, maybe even platinum, certainly gold, pretty much certainly silver, probably some of the other money metals as well. Actual physical holding stuff actually would be good, but there are also digital gold and silver and platinum accounts that you can get at bullionvault.com, the royalmint.co.uk, or certainly look up the Royal Mint. So they have digital gold where you buy gold, but it's stored for you elsewhere. And that's a really nice way to do it, because you never have to bother about, you know, where it is and the security and everything. So that's really handy. But it is also handy to have the actual physical stuff, just in case everything crashes. You can't get hold of money, or it's been so horribly devalued, nobody will take it. People will take gold and silver. Hope that helps.